Didn't Trump tell us that he would hire the best people? Evil incarnate is not a phrase I would use too liberally to refer to people, but Trump's deputy policy advisor, Stephen Miller, if that's still the title of his position, that people get moved around so quickly, who knows? He embodies the concept of evil incarnate, maybe more than anybody Trump has had work for him, at least recently. Larry Kudlow asked Miller, is Trump pushing for this $2,000 tariff dividend? And Miller's answer leaves a little bit to be desired here. I'm going to tell you the reality of the dividend in a moment.
Tariffs, $2,000 tariff dividend. Is that something the president's going to push hard, or did he say that off the cuff, or what?
No, it is something he's going to push hard as part of his economic plan. With the record revenue that's coming in through tariffs, as we lower corporate taxes, as we lower business taxation, as we lower personal income taxation, we're able to now get more and more revenue through foreign imports to power the Treasury and to be able to give rebates to the American people.
The confidence with which he tells lies is really something. There is like there seems to be no moral problem for him in just lying. Of course, how could something that was mentioned for the first time a few days ago be part of Trump's economic plan? Like, what are you talking about? He just mentioned it in a truth post a few days ago, and now all of his staffers are trying to clean it up. And of course, Miller refers to the money coming in from tariffs. It's not coming in. The money's already here. It's paid by American companies, 55% of which so far has been passed along to American consumers. The money's coming in, like it's coming in from outer space or some other country or the bottom of the Mariana Trench. The money is from American companies. And he is so confident. Now, the $2,000 tariff, quite literally, is going to be, we charged a bunch of American companies a tariff, and then we are going to give you a rebate from that and pretend that it's a gift and that we're really cool and that we're awesome. That's it. And that's if it even happens, because Scott Bessent has already said, well, a lot of people already got their $2,000 dividend because they got lower taxes or something like that. Let's continue with the next clip. Here is Stephen Miller saying Trump really wants to nuke that filibuster. Even though the government's open, he still wants to nuke it.
Is he going to push for an end to the filibuster? Everybody's asking and sort of talking about that. I don't want that to obscure the good economic and stock market news, but I did want to get your take on it.
Yeah.
Well, yes, he is, of course, because when Democrats take power, if and when that happens, when they control at some point in the future, whenever that is, the House, the Senate, and the White House, what's the first thing they're going to do, Larry? They've advertised it, they've promoted it, they've talked about it, and they've booted two people, Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, out of the party for disagreeing with them on it, and that is ending the filibuster. They will end the filibuster. They will pass communist health care. They will abolish private health insurance. They will kick 140 million Americans off of their employer-sponsored health care plans. They will give citizenship and amnesty to every single illegal alien in the country, and millions more to come. They will pack the Supreme Court with 4 or 5 Marxist judges. They will make...
Anyway, you get the point. Just confidently saying absolute gutter trash. And Miller's got a long history of pushing this stuff. He loves family separations. He loved the Muslim ban. He loved asylum shutdowns. He loved the whole send them to blue cities cruelty. He's obsessed with ideological screenings. And this is really not a policy debate at the end of the day. This is how authoritarian movements reward the sadistic people with power. Miller's not an exception in Trump world. He's an embodiment of Trump world, really. And nuking the filibuster from, the guy who wants minority rule at the end of the day. Nuking the filibuster is extraordinary from the same guy who wants fewer people voting, wants more gerrymandering, wants presidential power to override Congress, wants states to ignore court rulings, wants mass deportations without hearings. So what ends up happening here is that Stephen Miller wants majority rule when he's in the majority, and when he's not, he wants dictatorship. And that, at the end of the day, is why these people want to get rid of the filibuster, so that they can actually have rule by the minority or a majority that isn't actually big enough as required by Congress. They want to get rid of it, let Republicans do whatever the hell they want when they're in power. And what's terrifying is that he actually might get away with it because they're trying to do this and they might be able to. Taking the House back in 26 is going to be a key part of stopping all of this stuff. Appreciate you watching. Stick around for this next video and don't forget to hit subscribe so you actually see our uploads. You can also catch the full podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.